You talk a great deal, or I've heard you talk a great deal about the American house.
Yeah,
What's the American
yeah.
house?
I believe in that concept. I believe that we all live in one house. We
Hmm.
all live in one house. So if we all live in one house, we all are one family. The American house is a house at peace with itself, where we care for each other. We don't forget about each other. Like in the past few weeks and past month or so, it seemed like we have been saying, it's too bad. Uh, you're poor, you're a minority, you're just left out and you're left behind. But in the real American house, in that true American house, um, no one is left out or left behind. That we care about each other, we push and we pull for each other. That is the dream, that is the vision, and that we can somehow, in some way, create a house or build a house where each member of the family can live and be at peace with him or herself.
You mentioned the word dream, and of course that reminds you, everybody so much of Martin Luther King's dream, and we're always asking ourselves, particularly on his birthday every year, how close are we to realizing the dream? Now here, so many years after his death in '68, where are we now?
We have come a distance. We've made some progress, but I think we're still a tremendous distance from making the dream of Dr. King a reality. We have ended, for the most part, what I call official or legal segregation and discrimination. But in actuality, the gap, the disparity is still is so wide. The gulf is so deep. And I think what happened on the Gulf Coast of Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi in recent days tended to dramatize and make it so clear that we still have a great distance to go. But it comes to people having the necessity of life, just the basics.
What does it take for us to realize a dream? It's been a preoccupation of some Americans for many, many years, and many Americans spent a lot of time and energy, yourself included, working on this. What does it take to move us further?
Well, I think we have the resources, but I'm not so sure from time to time whether those of us at the highest level of our national government have the will to make those resources available. Many years ago, many years ago, A. Philip Randolph and Dr. King and others talk about a freedom budget, and talk about billions of dollars to make whole the lives of people. And now we are talking about 250 to 300 billion to rebuild a part of America, talk about infrastructure, but also to help rebuild the lives of people. Maybe years ago, if we had done some of the things that Dr. King and A. Philip Randolph and others of us called on us to do during the mid-'60s and the late '60s, we'd be somewhat much further down that road or up that road. It's New Orleans now, but New Orleans it's a reflection of almost every urban center in America. It's just people that have been left out and left behind.